This is part 2 of my Rustic motorcycle camping trip. A few days with no electricity and no running water, trying to see if I prefer the Rustic experience to my last moto camping trip at a crowded state park. Even if there are some strange sounds in the night. What is that noise? Good morning. This is day 2 of my motorcycle Rustic camping trip. I'm out for a hike now. It was actually a very peaceful, quiet night last night. There were some people sitting around their fires talking. No big deal. No rowdiness, no craziness. It was a really nice night at the campground. So I'm out this morning getting ready to go on a hike on a trail here called the Dragon. It's a mountain bike trail made for hikers too. So there will be some mountain bikers out here this morning. Never been here, so this is a first for me. It looks beautiful already. I'm overlooking the lake here. This Dragon Trail is fairly new. As a matter of fact, it's not 100% completed yet. There are several access points to get to it, several trailheads, one of them being in the campground I'm staying at. It's a mountain biking trail, so I'm hiking with my ears open today, trying to listen for anyone coming. As you can see, the loose sand here, and you can see what falling off looks like. It never looks as steep on the GoPro, but it's very steep and a long way down. And there's lots of bends and twists in here. As I'm walking along here, I find myself watching the trail so that I always know where a good escape route is if a bike should come by. Is there more room on the high side or the low side? Is there a certain way the bikers need to be to navigate a curve? And I give myself a way out to get out of their way for all of our safety. And it occurs to me as I'm doing this, I'm naturally starting to walk in the area closer to what my escape route is. This is exactly what we do on a motorcycle. You're always looking for an escape route should something go wrong and you need to get out of the way. And you naturally move yourself into a position that will keep you safer. So apparently riding a motorcycle to get here for this hike was really good training for the hike itself. There wasn't any rain in the forecast today, so currently it's raining. It's raining a bit like it did yesterday while I was riding on the motorcycle. It's just a handful of sprinkles. It's actually nice. It's so hot right now that I'm okay if it decides to rain a little bit and cool me off. I made it back from the hike quite a while ago, actually. The hike ended up being 11.8 miles, so very nearly 12. I came back and crashed out on the picnic table for about 10 minutes just to rest my body. And then I took some Advil, and then I came in my tent for probably an hour or so and read a book for a while and relaxed. And decided then I needed to figure out what I was going to eat. Last night I had a half of a backpacker meal. Tonight I figured I would have the second half, but after hiking 12 miles, I wanted more than half of a backpacker meal. I ended up finding a restaurant maybe 10 miles from here, maybe not even that far, and going there, but I don't have much for cell phone service out here. I couldn't get my maps to load. Ended up lost. Took probably 3 times as long as it should have. Had to pull over twice and try and get my maps to pull up where I thought I could get service. Couldn't get the Bluetooth headset to work. All kinds of issues. And then I got to the restaurant. Service was incredibly slow. It took probably an hour to get food. I was so hungry. But I'm back from all of that now. I didn't take the camera with me thinking, oh, I'm just going a few minutes for food. Turned out to be a much bigger ordeal than I expected. But now I'm back at my campsite to relax a bit before it gets dark. Yesterday, when I made s'mores, the marshmallow did not get cooked all the way. I struggled to cook it because I put it on the end of my spork and it didn't hold it very well. So I've got a new plan for tonight's s'more. Don't know if it's going to be long enough. It's the corkscrew on its way from me here. if I can do it without melting it. Well, I think that is a good looking marshmallow. Much better than yesterday. Good morning. It's day 3 of my first Rustic camping trip. The Rustic in this, I'm not sure if I've said it before, is that there's no electricity, there's no flush toilets, there's an outhouse and a water pump. So it brings a different type of camper here, someone who's willing to do without running water for however many days you're here. Right now it's raining. This is the day I'm supposed to ride home on the motorcycle. It's raining pretty steadily. It's only supposed to rain for about an hour though, so I'm going to give it time. I have to pack up still. I haven't had breakfast yet. It's early. I don't know what time it is. It's maybe 7:30 or so. I'm going to wait the rain out before I try and ride home. In my last motorcycle camping video, I talked about how I wasn't really a big fan. It was so crowded and so noisy. I have liked this trip a lot better, and I'm trying to figure out why, because it was still somewhat noisy overnight. I think somebody came in sometime in the middle of the night, like it had to be 2 in the morning or something, and was setting up camp, and I could hear that. So there is some noise here. It's not the same as wilderness camping, which I do think I would like better. But I think I feel better about this trip because there's more space. At the last campground I was at, the campsites are really close together. This, they're a little more spread out, so the noise is a little more distance. There's no noise that close to me. I have a little more space, a little more privacy. So I do like this better. Also, last time I went, it was really hot, so it was hard to do anything. You couldn't just sit around. Camp was too hot. It was too hot to hike. This time the weather is, while it's been maybe 80 degrees in the daytime, that's hot, but it's not insanely hot, and it's something I could hike in. And that was the high temperature for the day, so most of the time it was in the 70s. So it was good hiking. I got a really nice, almost 12-mile hike in yesterday. I enjoyed that. This is someplace I've never been before. It's not so close to my house. It was kind of nice that it was still close enough that I could choose to go out to eat last night. So that's a little bit like cheating, but it was nice to go have a burger last night, especially after that long hike. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this trip. I would still like to do some wilderness camping with the motorcycle, but I'm not exactly sure where to do that or how to do that. And I have to be careful, because if I get on a road that I can't manage, that's going to be a problem. But yes, there's definitely more potential here to do more motorcycle camping. I have enjoyed this trip. We'll see how the ride home goes. Hopefully the rain will stop and I'll have a nice, enjoyable ride home as well. Right, the rain is mostly stopped. Hopefully it holds off until I'm home. Nice little leisurely cruise through the campground here. Kind of see what it looks like. According to the reservation system, it was completely booked for the weekend, but there were a few empty spots, so probably some no-shows. About to go over the dam again. See, the water's high on this side, and you can't really see what's down there because it's a long way down. It's been a great trip so far. I don't want to jinx it, I'm not home yet.
I enjoyed the camping, I enjoyed the hiking, I enjoyed the ride. I do like motorcycle camping. You know, they say there's a certain freedom that comes with riding a motorcycle, but there's also a certain freedom that comes from being out in the woods with everything you need with you. And so to put the hiking and the camping and the motorcycle riding together, it's like the ultimate freedom. I can go stop in the woods, I have everything I need on my motorcycle. I can just hop on and go, stay somewhere, and then hop on and go again. It's a great feeling. So I think there will definitely be more motorcycle camping in my future. I made it back to my neighborhood, avoided the rain despite the really terrible looking clouds up ahead. I have stayed dry. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more motorcycle, camping, hiking, and other adventures. Thanks for watching.